is happening here? Oh, wow. What's all of this? Oh, maybe that's why Maji sent the birds to come and bring me here to help him. It was actually weird, like hearing birds speak. Anyway, this looks like a party. But not just a party, a proudly South African party. Oh, and Demazana's not here. Yes! Demazana's not here. Demazana's not here. Maji, I'm here for the party. Yes, Maji. Maji, where is he? Maji. Demazana's gonna come back. Maji, come on. Maji. Maji.
Oh, great, yes,
I'm here.
Oh, just in time to help me.
For the party.
Yes, baby, yes.
Yes. So, where do we start?
Well, as you... Wait.
What?
Someone's missing. Where's Zana?
Zana?
Yeah.
Who's that Zana? Oh, my sister Zana. That's Zana. Well, Maji, let me tell you a story. Demazana's gone away on a school leadership camp, and she'll be back later on, somewhere. I don't know when. But in the meantime, you asked me to come here to help you. But the way I see things, it seems like you have everything under control.
Oh, Damana, that's such a nice thing to say. But I must admit, as great as I am, I do require some assistance.
Assistance?
Yes, yes.
Right, Maji. So what do you need me to help you with precisely?
Well, as you can see, Damana, I have set the scene.
Yes, of course. That's, little stuff, but it's good enough.
Yes,
very
yes,
good.
good
Beautiful,
enough. Very
beautiful.
well, very well.
Beautiful.
And I've made the invites.
Wow. Oh, these invites look amazing. They're so cool, Maji. Did you do them all on your own?
All by myself.
Wow. Okay.
And I must tell you, it took me the whole weekend.
The whole weekend?
Yes.
The whole weekend?
The whole weekend, Damana.
Wow.
What you put in is what you get out.
Okay, but wait. I'm trying to understand
Yes.
something, Maji. You've done the invites.
Yes.
You've done this little decoration.
Yes.
It's beautiful, by the way.
Yes.
And you need my help, and you have a problem. How? What's your problem?
Hey, Damana, I have to write a speech and I don't know what to say to the animals.
Oh.
Exactly. Oh.
Maji, I actually have an idea. Shh, 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 shh. Calm down, calm down. Now listen to what I have to say. Right, why don't you do this? Why don't you tell all the animals about what makes our country special?
Hey, that's a great idea.
Exactly. And while you're at that, you can actually tell all the animals about the symbols in our country and what they all mean.
Oh, Damana, why do I love you so much, my friend? I love you. Oh, that is such a brilliant idea. Oh, spectacular. Oh, wonderful. And, in fact, I have a book that can talk about all the symbols of South Africa. Oh, perfecto mundo. Perfecto mundo.
There we go.
Would you like me to read the book for you?
Yes, please. And then we have a party.
Let's just read the book.
Right.
Let me take you on a journey of the mind, with pages of adventures of the strangest kind. Just take some time to listen to what I have to say, and let your imagination fly away with me today.
Oh, wow. This is so cool, Maji. You know what? This will be very interesting. I've actually always wondered about the other national symbols. I don't understand them.
Ah, wonderful, my friend. The perfect time. Let's read the book.
All right.
Thembi and Themba explore their national symbols. The national flag of South Africa. The South African flag is the pride of all South Africans and others who have made this beautiful country their home. Thembi, what do the colors of our flag stand for? Asked Themba. The different colors of our flag hold different meanings for different people. Each person interprets the colors in their own special way.
For example, said Mother, the green is for agriculture and the breathtaking sceneries to be found in our wonderful country.
The blue is for the oceans, chipped in Father.
The red should always remind us to foster a culture of unity,
suggested Thembi.
And what about the remaining colors?
asked Themba.
Well, why don't you interpret some yourself?
said Mother.
I think the white stands for purity. We should all work with a pure mind to achieve everlasting peace and a better life for our people,
said Themba.
Well done, little brother,
beamed Thembi.
The white should be viewed maybe in the spirit of Batupili.
What about the black? Encouraged Father.
I think that the black stands for Africa. We are all children of this vast continent, replied Themba. The yellow, continued Themba, stands for the bright sunshine. It shows the world that we are a warm and caring people.
You are so clever, Themba. But there is a symbolic significance in the flag, said Father proudly.
And what is that?
cried Themba. The V-shaped green stripe is symbolic in that it represents the merging of the two societies that existed before and of them moving forward in unity, explained Father.
And who designed the flag?
asked Themba. The flag was designed by Mr. Fred Brownell, replied Father.
The flag of the new South Africa was officially adopted on Freedom Day, 27 April 1994. It flew for the first time on 10 May 1994. It was on this day that Nelson Mandela became the first president of a democratic South Africa.
The national animal of South Africa, springbok.
What are you doing, Themba?
asked Thembi, peering off her little brother's shoulder.
I'm looking at this beautiful picture,
replied Themba. He had a book about animals sprawled across his lap.
Do you know what animal that is, Themba?
asked Thembi sweetly.
It is some kind of buck,
replied Themba.
Well, it is a springbok.
It is the national animal of South Africa, informed Thembi.
It is very pretty, said Themba.
Well, they are very gentle and graceful. They live and roam on the outskirts of the Kalahari, said Themba.
What do they eat in the desert?
asked Themba, always the hungry one.
Well, they feed on grass and leaves mainly,
replied Thembi.
It is a true gazelle and found all over,
south of the Zambezi River, advised Thembi. Do they live alone or with their families? asked Themba.
They are very sociable animals and live and move around in large herds, replied Thembi. Why is it called a springbok? Oh, I knew you would ask that,
replied Thembi.
It is called a springbok because it loves jumping in the air, kicking its heels and leaping. They give great fun.
Again,
they have great fun. I'm glad I got this book from the library. I have learned so much today. Are there other national symbols for our country? Yes, there are plenty more, and we shall learn all about them.
Now, Themba, said Father, entering the room, did you know that the springbok is the emblem of one of our national sporting teams?
I know the answer to that one,
cried Themba happily.
Our national rugby team is called the Springboks.
Oh, congratulations, Themba. Yes, it is their emblem, said Father proudly. More facts about the springbok. The springbok is extremely fast and can reach speeds of up to 100 kilometers per hour. It can also jump quite high, often reaching heights of 4 meters and a horizontal distance of up to 15 meters. A pocket-like flap extends along the middle of its back from the tail onwards. When the male springbok is showing off his strength to attract a mate, he starts off in a stiff-legged trot, jumping into the air, arching his back and lifting the flap. Lifting the flap causes the long hairs under the tail to stand up in a fan shape. It emits a strong scent of sweat. This ritual is known as stotting or pronking in Afrikaans, meaning to boast or show off. The male springboks are called rams and have thick horns. Adult springboks stand at a height of between 70 and 90 centimeters and weigh between 32 and 48 kilograms. Female springboks are called ewes and tend to have skinnier, longer legs and frail horns. They weigh between 25 and 35 kilograms. They are found in the Free State, Karoo, and parts of KwaZulu-Natal, as well as in Namibia and Botswana. The springbok previously appeared on the emblems of the South African Air Force. It was the logo of South African Airwaves. In fact, springbok still remains its call sign. It is to be found on the reverse of the Krugerrand and on the coat of arms of South Africa. Interestingly, it was the logo of South Africa's own car, the Ranger, in the early 1970s.
Demana, what on earth are you doing?
So tired. You know what, Maji? I was actually practicing being a proudly South African springbok. Do you know how fast those things can run and jump?
Demana, you know what? I'm sure the Boka would love to see you do so well.
Maji, while I was jumping, I remembered that fish. You know that national fish? It's got a weird name. I can't pronounce
The
it.
national fish, Demana, my dear friend, is called the galjoen. It's found in the southern waters from Durban to Namibia.
Yes, I've been looking for the name. It's the
Galjoen. As in million, galjoen.
Oh, you know what?
Yes.
I'll never forget. Thank you, Maji.
Good, my friend. In fact, I think I might just have a picture of the galjoen. I'm just going to quickly disappear and go. In fact, I got a better idea. How about we both go and get it?
Okay. Well, that's it.
Now, Demana, my dear friend,
Wow.
this is a picture of the galjoen. Did you know, my dear friend, that the record size of the galjoen was 55 centimeters and it weighed a whopping 7 kilograms? That's a
Are you
big
serious,
fish.
Maji?
That's like
That
a
is
shark.
huge.
No, not quite a shark. No,
Yeah, it's
that
not.
is how-
But you know what, Maji? Actually, the galjoen is such a cool name.
Yes.
And now I see why.
Absolutely.
It's actually a very cool fish.
Absolutely.
Very, very cool.
And it's proudly South African.
You know? Wow. But you know what? I would love to catch one day and eat it. Maybe
Careful
not.
of what you wish for, my
It's a
dear
national
friend.
fish. We can't eat it. No, we can't. It's
Yes,
fine.
let's save them. Let's
Okay.
save the galjoen.
Cool.
They're precious to us.
All right, Maji. What's next? What's our next?
I think,
symbol?
my dear friend, let's move from the ocean back to the land. No, land and skies.
Okay.
Let's look at the national bird of South Africa, which is the...
That is the blue crane.
Exactly.
Yes. Let's read the book.
Let's read about the
That
blue
is
crane
good.
and then find out what the national bird has to offer
Cool.
us. The national bird of South Africa, the blue crane.
Part 2. The national fish of South Africa, galjoen.
When are we going fishing, Dad?
Asked Themba. Father was relaxing on the sofa, reading the newspaper. What about this weekend? Down at the Vaal, replied father.
Oh, that would be great,
Said Themba happily. Thembi walked in with a cup of tea for her father.
Talking about fishing reminds me of something.
Said Thembi with a twinkle in her eye. I know that look, Thembi, said father.
Lesson time, Themba,
Announced mother, looking up from her knitting.
Oh, lovely. I love learning new things. What does fishing remind you of, Thembi?
Asked Themba.
Do you know what the national fish of our country is?
Asked Thembi.
No.
Said Themba shyly,
It is the galjoen.
informed Thembi.
Galjoen. It is a little difficult to pronounce, laughed Themba. Don't worry. You will get the hang of it, little brother, encouraged Thembi. Tell me about it, said Themba eagerly. Well, it is found only in southern African waters from Durban to Namibia. It is a game fish and is a firm favorite with the anglers who fish for sport. It swims in shallow waters close to shoreline and enjoys rough surf. The ones that live near rocks are usually black in color, while others are striking in silver and bronze. The galjoen is also known as the blackfish or black bream of KwaZulu-Natal. Wow, I'd love to see some, exclaimed Themba, fascinated. Well, I must add something interesting to all of this, interjected Mother, putting down her knitting. The galjoen became the national symbol of our country after it was proposed by the late Margaret Smith, who together with her husband, Mr. J.L.B. Smith, was an ichthyologist. Eh? What are... you know what I mean, said Themba, trying his tongue around this big word. Ichthyologists are those people who study fish, explained Thembi. More facts about the galjoen. The galjoen feeds on small mussels, barnacles, and red bait. The record size for a galjoen measures over 55 centimeters and weighs 7 kilograms. The galjoen is a favorite fish with sports anglers. After many years, in 1992, the galjoen was listed as the national marine emblem. We mentioned the name of famous ichthyologist Mr. J.L.B. Smith. Mr. Smith rediscovered the coleocanth, a fish that was thought to be extinct for millions of years. It was caught along the South African coast and identified by Mr. Fish himself. The national bird of South Africa, the blue crane. Themba was watching a program on television and called out to Thembi excitedly. Come and watch these people. They're looking at beautiful birds in the wild. Wow! They are called birdwatchers, silly, said Thembi. There are so many different kinds of birds. Oh, what lovely colors, exclaimed Themba. Tell me, what is the national bird of South Africa, Themba? Asked Thembi. I know. It is the blue crane, chirped Themba. How did you know that? They told us when we visited the zoo. Don't you remember? Yes, now I remember. It is such a handsome bird, eh? And it grows quite tall, almost a meter high. It is sleek with a long, slender neck. One very seldom hears its voice, but when you do, it can be heard far away. And where does it live? Asked Themba. It is found mainly in the Karoo and in the vast open grasslands of KwaZulu-Natal. It is also found on the Highveld. What color is it? They are usually a light blue-grey with dark wing feathers that reach to the ground. The wing feathers are called plumes, said Thembi. It lays its eggs on the bare ground, mainly near water. It stalks around the desert and savannas in pairs or small groups. The blue crane is almost never seen anywhere outside South Africa, said Themba. Oh, well done, Themba. I'm so proud of you, said Mother. Me too, said Dad. Thembi looked at her brother with a satisfied smile. He was learning so much. He will learn more from all that he is reading at the library. Folklore. The blue crane is a very special bird to the amaXhosa, who call it indwe. When a man had distinguished himself by deeds of valor or any form of meritorious conduct, he was often decorated by a chief by being presented with the feathers of this bird. After a battle, the chief would organize a ceremony called ukunzabelo, a ceremony for the heroes, at which feathers would be presented. Men who were honored in this way wore the feathers sticking out of their hair and were known as men of ukuba, trouble, implying that if trouble arose, then these men would restore peace and order. More facts about the blue crane. The blue crane is also known as the Stanley crane and the paradise crane. It has a delicate white crown and a pink bill. The bird feeds mainly on insects, seeds,
and small reptiles. Due to its declining population, the blue crane is protected by the government of South Africa. Because of the destruction of its natural habitats and poisoning by such things as pesticides, populations of the blue crane have disappeared from areas such as the Eastern Cape and from the neighboring countries of Lesotho and Swaziland.
You know what, Machi?
Yes.
The blue crane is so beautiful. I love them so much. They're so elegant, so calm, and so quiet.
And so beautiful. And they're really down to earth when you talk to them, hey?
You've spoken to it?
Yes.
Wow, Machi.
Soft-spoken, gentle, so eloquent.
Wow. That is really cool.
Yes, it is.
Yep, that's nice.
You know what? I think we need to put up the flag. Are you going to help me?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, but
I
we
can't
need to
wait for the
discuss
party.
first where we're going to put the flag, all right?
But there is going to be a party, right?
Can we just put up the flag
But
first?
there is going to be a party, right?
Can we put up the flag first?
Okay, fine. Okay, I was thinking maybe if we sort of like put the flag like behind here.
No. My dear friend. Oh,
Looks good.
perfecto mundo. Fills me with such pride and patriotism.
Yes.
Perfect. Now that that's done, my dear friend, it is time for me to prepare for the presentation.
Yes.
You, hippos.
The national flower of South Africa, King Protea. Mother was busy watering the plants outside. The garden was in full bloom. Thembi was removing some nasty weeds that grew around the dancing dahlias.
I bet Themba knows what the national flower of our country is, said Thembi to her mother.
Well, let's find out, said Mother, and called out to the fellow.
Yes, Mom? Themba.
Themba came running into the garden.
Careful you don't stamp on the geraniums.
Cautioned Mother. What is our national flower, Themba? Asked Thembi.
Why? It is the giant or King Protea,
Boasted Themba.
How do you know that?
Asked Mother.
Our national cricket team is named after it. You know how much I love cricket,
Replied Themba. The King Protea is a part of the floral kingdom to be found in the Western Cape, while blooms of the Protea family are also found outside South Africa. It is associated with our country in particular. Its blooms are very much in demand and it is exported to countries all over the world. The Proteas come in various shapes and sizes and different colors. The King Protea in particular is distinctive with its big, heavy head. It is likened to a furry, pink artichoke. Its flowers can be measured up to 30 centimeters across. Part of the rich fynbos family, it covers much of the southern half of South Africa. Our national cricket team, famed around the world, is known as the Proteas. It has produced some of the nation's great cricketers who probably equal some of the world's great bowlers, batsmen, and all-rounders.
Well, Themba, we must visit a botanical garden one day and learn more about flowers, plants, and trees that are indigenous to our country, invited Thembi. Yes, that would be lovely. Maybe we should go to Kirstenbosch and enjoy the Proteas,
agreed Themba. More facts about the King Protea. South Africa's national flower is to be found in the southwestern and southern areas of the Western Cape, from Cedarburg to just east of Grahamstown. It is the largest of the Proteas, which make up an important part of the Cape floral region. It is a major biodiversity hotspot and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. King Proteas are valued for their decorative qualities. They dry well and are commonly used as focal pieces in flower arrangements. Although originally from the Western Cape, King Proteas are now found all over the world where the atmosphere is dry and the soil has good drainage.
It is even found on the island of Mau. There are 370 protea species. About 120 of them are listed as endangered. There are very few wild proteas, and most of them are now cultivated in greenhouses and nurseries. It is said that protea leaves are also used to make tea. UNESCO stands for United National Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. The national tree of South Africa, real yellowwood. Uncle Thabo came to visit over the weekend. He is an excellent carpenter. Mom asked him to make a new coffee table for the lounge.
Hey, Uncle, that table you're making looks good, said Themba.
Well, I hope your mother will like it, replied Uncle Thabo, wiping sweat off his forehead.
What kind of wood are you using, Uncle?
Asked the inquiring Themba. Hey, Themba, I'm using yellowwood, informed Uncle Thabo.
Wow, that's just great. It comes from our national tree, explained Themba.
It's actually called the real yellowwood, informed Uncle Thabo.
It is very nice, Uncle Thabo,
said Themba. Well, it should be. This wood is very expensive. In the old days, especially down in the Cape, they made floors for homes with this wood, his uncle explained. Themba bent down and sniffed the wood. What are you doing, Themba?
Hi, man. This wood doesn't smell.
Yes, it doesn't. It's odorless. When I come next time, I'm going to make a side dresser and some stools for your mother, said Uncle Thabo.
Mom will love that. What are the yellowwood trees like?
Well, in its natural environment, like the forest, it can grow very tall. But there are so few of these trees left that they are endangered.
Endangered? What does that mean?
If we continue cutting them down, there won't be any more real yellowwood left. Therefore, it is protected by the law.
How tall does it grow?
It can grow up to 40 meters in height and the base of the tree trunk up to 3 meters round. Cultivated trees and those that grow on mountain slopes and other unsheltered places are also very short. They are also often very bushy. Uncle Thabo stretched his arms and legs and gave a loud yawn. Hey, all this talking about me made me quite sleepy. I think I'm going to go lie down for a while, he announced, and off he went.
Old sleepyhead,
sulked Themba. How, what's wrong, Themba? Why are you so sad?
How, what's wrong, Themba? Why are you so sad?
Asked Thembi, arriving with a glass of juice.
Well, Uncle Thabo has gone off to take a nap. He was telling me all about the real yellowwood tree. Oh, don't worry, little brother. I know a bit about it. Let's go sit out front.
Thembi took Themba's hand and led him to the front stoop where they sat down together on the mat.
The yellowwood family of trees has been growing in South Africa for more than 100 million years, explained Thembi. Wow, 100 million years!
Cried Themba, fascinated.
Yeah, the species are found in a number of places along the southern and eastern Cape Coast,
in the ravines of the Drakensberg and right up to Soutpansberg and the Blootberg in Limpopo.
Is it a pretty tree?
Oh, it's quite lovely to look at. The bark of the real yellowwood is khaki-colored and quite grey when it is old. It splits quite easily and peels off in strips. It bears male and female cones that are white, pink or light green, depending on its age. The leaves can grow up to 100 millimeters long and 12 millimeters broad. There are many uses for its timber. At one time, the South African railways used to make sleepers out of them, concluded Thembi. South Africa's national anthem, Nkosi Sikelel' Afrika. The first verse, chorus and music of the national anthem of the Republic of South Africa were composed by Enoch Sontonga as a hymn in 1897. Nkosi Sikelel' Afrika means God bless Africa. It was publicly performed for the first time in 1899. while Sontonga wrote the first verse in isiXhosa. Samuel Mgai, a poet, contributed 7 additional verses, also in Xhosa. In 1942, Moses Mphahlele published a Sesotho version of the hymn. Nkosi Sikelel' iAfrika was further popularized by the Reverend J.L. Dube's Ohlanga ngeZulu choir. The hymn was thereafter hugely in demand in church services across South Africa. At the first meeting of the South African Native National Congress, now known as the African National Congress or the ANC, Nkosi Sikelel' iAfrika was sung after the closing prayer. Thereafter, the ANC officially adopted the anthem in 1925 to close their meeting. The anthem should be significant to all South Africans and others who live in this land as free people. It was a mark of great defiance to the apartheid regime. It was sung at all political meetings and gatherings. During those trying years, Nkosi Sikelel' iAfrika became known as the unofficial anthem of South Africa. The Afrikaans verses are taken from Die Stem van Suid-Afrika, the call of all South Africans, and were written by poet C.J. Langenhoven in 1918. The entire 4th verse of the national anthem is performed in English. It is fitting to note that in the spirit of a people who love peace and freedom, the national anthem of South Africa is a reminder that change can take place without bitterness, hatred, nor the spilling of blood. The different languages incorporated in the national anthem is also significant in that they embrace the virtues, ambitions, and aspirations of all people who live freely in this lovely country. South Africa is, indeed, a nation of beautiful rainbows. Nkosi Sikelel' iAfrika. Nkosi Sikelel' iAfrika. Maluphakanyisa uphondo lwayo, izwa imithandazo yethu, Nkosi sikelela thina lusapho lwayo, morena boloka setšhaba sa heso, o fedise dintwa le matshwenye, o se boloke setšhaba sa heso, setšhaba sa South Africa, South Africa. 80 blauw van onze hemel, 80 diepte van ons Heer. Oren 7 gebergtes, waar die kranse antwoord gee. Songs of God to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land. In South Africa, our land.
You know what, Maji? After all we've done today in preparation for the party, I have actually learned a lot.
You know what, Temana? I've learned a lot too.
Yeah. Wait, you know what? I wish Zana was here. I really, really miss her.
Oh,
You know? But, actually, maybe I don't, because if Zana was here, she would have known everything. She would have said, oh, but Tamana, this is what the blue crane is. It's actually called a failure. Zana, my sister.
But I know you love your sister.
I do
and
love
she
her.
loves you too.
Yes.
And I know she's having a great time at the camp. Speaking of Temazana, what about if we practice the national anthem and then sing it for Zana when she gets back? That way it will show our patriotism.
You know what, Maji? That is a very good idea. Oh, and before I forget,
Yes.
thank you for the story, Maji.
Oh, pleasure, treasure. Ah.
All right. Do you remember the lines, right?
Yeah, I remember.
It's fist. Okay. A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, and Kusisigeleli Afrika Maluphakanisa uphondo lwayo izwa imithandazo yethu Nkosi sikelela thina lusapho lwayo Murena buluka sichaba sa Yesu Ufedise dintwale mathwenye Usibuluke sichaba sa Yesu sichaba sa South Africa Pararam pam pam Happy birthday onze Jema Uit diepte van ons ziel Worden zeven gebergtes Wat die kransen aanvoert Sounds like all to come together And united we shall stand Let us live and strive